we're going to be doing today is we're going to be casting, and we're going to drag a sucker right alongside the boat here. That's why they call them wild suckers. Boy, they're tough. We're going to use a quick strike rig because what we want not to happen is for these fish to swallow this bait. Catch and release is huge. We want to keep these muskies alive and release them back into the water so they can fight again. Muskie is really not that good at table fare anyway, but it's the fight, and it's the muskie, and it's a chance of a fish of a lifetime. This kind of increases our odds. Instead of just getting a follow and the fish turning off, maybe they'll come and take the sucker. But rigging this sucker, what we want to do is we want to come up through the bottom, and the lips are real rubbery, so this single hook will stay on quite well. Come up through the mouth, up through the back side of that lip, and then we want to bring this treble hook. Now this quick strike rig will slide. It's kind of a neat little deal here. And then we'll bring this hook back so that it lays real straight here. And what we want to do is take this hook, we want it to be nice and straight here, so wherever it lays straight, because we don't want that sucker to be curled up. So you want to make sure this is nice and straight here, and keep this hook right by the dorsal fin here. And just bring one hook down in. And it's pretty tough, and you want to keep that hook right alongside like that, so that sucker lays nice and straight on that leader. These are special made leaders. They're made by actually Janie Harpster down at Northern Highland Sports Shop, and these are the best leaders that I've found, these quick strike rigs, and they're really good. So what we'll do is we'll just ease that sucker down. Now there's one other important thing that we want to do before we drop this all the way in. The sucker will tend to stay up on the top if we don't put some kind of a weight on there. Now we just want to use a rubber core sinker here, and this will keep it just down. You want to keep it just up a little ways, 1.5 feet, 2 foot, something like that. That's why another reason why we use these long leaders. I hate to use a rubber core sinker even up on the main line up here. This is 30-pound Power Pro that we're using. And then we just take and give a couple of half twists, and that keeps that rubber core sinker from sliding, and it'll hold it right there. And then you have your rig. And then what we'll do, that sucker will swim real nice right alongside the boat. And we'll drop them down about 5 feet below the surface of the water. So hopefully a big old muskie will come along and they'll see that and they'll eat it. What we're going to do is we're going to take a rod holder and we're going to put it in here. That's so that we have our hands free when we're fishing. And we'll want to keep that at kind of an angle away from the boat, and we'll always use these rod holders on the opposite side of the boat that we're fishing on. So we'll tighten this down here. We want to keep it low so that when we're casting, then it's not in the way of our casting. But as we're fishing from one side of the boat, the bait will be straight underneath. That way if a muskie turns off, he'll see the sucker and hopefully grab it. The nice thing is when this happens, you can set the hook right away and hopefully get into the fish real quick. Keep the hook in the mouth part, and we don't want that fish to swallow that bait. Hence the quick strike rig. Now we'll drop this bait and we'll set it about 5 feet below the surface. And we'll set it in the rod holder here, and we want to use a reel with a bait clicker. So we open the spool and set the free spool so that when a fish hits, this will click. So we'll set it down, open the spool, and it's set now. Now we can go to casting and keep that bait as we're drifting along. Keep that bait in the water right close to the boat so that when a fish comes in, they'll go ahead and eat it.